The Inca Empire, one of the most remarkable and mysterious civilizations in history, flourished in the Andean highlands of South America. Spanning from modern-day Colombia to Chile, the Inca Empire, or Tawantinsuyu, was a vast and complex society that left an indelible mark on the world. But despite its grandeur and cultural achievements, much about the Inca Empire remains shrouded in mystery. How did a relatively small tribe from the Andean mountains grow into one of the largest empires in the Americas? What made their society so advanced, and what ultimately led to its fall? Today, we'll delve into the secrets of this lost civilization, uncovering their innovations, beliefs, and the untold stories behind their rise and fall. To understand the Inca Empire, we must first look at its origins. The Inca people were not always the dominant force in South America. In fact, their ancestors, the Quechua people, had been living in the Andean region for thousands of years before the rise of the Inca. The Inca began as a small agricultural tribe in the highland valley of Cusco, in what is now Peru. It was only in the early 15th century that the Inca began to expand, under the leadership of their first emperor, Pachacuti. Pachacuti is often credited with transforming the Inca into a powerful empire. Before his reign, the Inca were just one of many tribes in the region. But Pachacuti unified disparate clans and established the foundation for a vast territorial empire. Under his leadership, the Inca expanded their territory rapidly, conquering neighboring peoples and consolidating power. His vision for the Inca Empire wasn't just military conquest. It was about creating a cohesive society based on strong infrastructure, religious unity, and effective governance. One of the most significant achievements of the Inca Empire was its ability to manage such a vast territory. The Inca had no written language, which might seem like a major hindrance to governance, but they developed sophisticated systems of record-keeping and communication. One of these systems was the quipu, a series of knotted strings used to record information. The quipu wasn't just used for accounting, it was also employed to convey messages across the empire. In fact, some historians believe that the quipu may have been a complex form of writing, encoding information in ways that we are still trying to fully understand. But it wasn't just bureaucracy that made the Inca a formidable empire. It was also their technological innovations. The Inca were master engineers, creating roads, bridges, and agricultural systems that were ahead of their time. The famous Inca road network stretched over 25,000 miles, connecting the farthest reaches of the empire. These roads were meticulously planned and constructed, with sophisticated engineering techniques that allowed for travel over rugged mountain terrain. The roads were so well built that some sections are still in use today. Perhaps the most impressive feat of Inca engineering was their agricultural terraces. The Inca used steep mountainsides to create flat, fertile land for farming. These terraces were supported by an advanced irrigation system that allowed them to cultivate a wide variety of crops at high altitudes. They grew everything from potatoes and maize to quinoa and coca, with different crops being grown at different elevations. This allowed the Inca to feed a growing population and manage the harsh Andean climate. The Inca also mastered the art of stone construction, which is one of the most enduring legacies of their civilization. Inca masonry is renowned for its precision. The stones in many of their buildings fit together so tightly that not even a blade of grass can pass between them. This precision was achieved without the use of mortar, relying instead on the natural shape of the stones to create a tight, interlocking fit. The most famous example of Inca stonework is Machu Picchu, the lost city in the clouds that has become an icon of the Inca Empire. The site is a testament to the Incas' architectural and engineering prowess, with its terraced fields, temples, and sophisticated water systems still standing after hundreds of years. Religion played a central role in the Inca Empire, shaping not just their daily lives, but also their government and culture. The Inca were polytheistic, believing in a wide array of gods and spirits that governed everything from the sun to the moon, the mountains to the rivers. The most important deity was Inti, the sun god, who was considered the ancestor of the Inca royal family. The emperor himself was thought to be a direct descendant of Inti, which gave the Inca rulers divine legitimacy. This connection to the sun also gave rise to the famous Inca festival of Inti Raymi, a religious ceremony held every year to honor the sun god and ensure a good harvest. The Inca Empire was also known for its reverence for the natural world. The Andean mountains, known as the Andes, were seen as sacred, and many of the Inca's major cities and temples were built in alignment with the peaks. The Inca believed that the mountains were living beings, spirits that could provide or withhold blessings depending on their mood. The worship of the natural world extended to the animals and plants that were integral to their way of life. Llamas, for example, were highly prized for their wool and meat, but they were also seen as sacred animals in Inca religion. Despite their many successes, the Inca Empire was not without its challenges. One of the most significant threats to the empire was the constant pressure from rival civilizations and tribes. As the Inca expanded, they encountered groups who resisted their rule, and in many cases, the Inca had to rely on diplomacy and force to maintain control. But perhaps the most devastating force to the Inca Empire came not from within, but from without. In the early 16th century, a new threat arrived from across the ocean: the Spanish conquistadors. Led by Francisco Pizarro, the Spanish were able to capitalize on the Inca's internal divisions and weaknesses. At the time, the Inca Empire was in the midst of a civil war between two brothers, Atahualpa and Huáscar, who were vying for the throne. This internal conflict left the empire vulnerable to external invasion, and the Spanish were able to take advantage of the situation. The Spanish conquistadors, armed with advanced weaponry, horses, and a strategy of divide and conquer, were able to capture the Inca Emperor Atahualpa. Despite being vastly outnumbered, the Spanish were able to execute a devastating conquest of the empire. Atahualpa's capture marked the beginning of the end for the Inca Empire, and within just a few years, the Spanish had overthrown the once great civilization. The fall of the Inca Empire was a tragedy, but the legacy of the Inca people lives on. While much of their culture was destroyed by the Spanish, remnants of Inca civilization can still be found in the Andean region today. The Quechua language, which was spoken by the Inca, is still widely spoken in Peru and Ecuador. Many of the Inca's agricultural practices, such as terrace farming, are still used by indigenous farmers. And perhaps most famously, the Inca's remarkable stone structures, like Machu Picchu and Sacsayhuaman, continue to captivate the world with their beauty and mystery. The Inca Empire was a civilization that achieved incredible feats in engineering, agriculture, and governance. They were a people who revered the natural world and built a society that was both advanced and deeply spiritual. While the Inca Empire may have fallen, the secrets of this lost civilization continue to fascinate us. The legacy of the Inca is a testament to the ingenuity, resilience, and power of human civilization. Though much has been lost to time, the Inca story is far from forgotten. As we continue to uncover more about the Inca and their empire, we realize that their civilization was not simply a collection of ruins, but a living, breathing society that shaped the course of history in ways we are only beginning to understand. The Inca Empire may be gone, but the secrets of this lost civilization remain to be discovered. So next time you stand before the majestic ruins of Machu Picchu or walk along the ancient Inca roads, remember that you are standing in the footsteps of a people whose achievements continue to resonate throughout time.